our Fox NFL analyst. This is the scene yesterday, Jacksonville and Seattle, that I'll have you relay a story of your career, how ugly it gets. This was over the top. Michael Bennett did a cheap shot to a Jags player. The fans got all worked up. Let's play the tape from the Jags radio network.
He's turned around and has come back to the stadium stands and is confronting the fans.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I'm right next to Jefferson. There's several fans here now. I believe one fan threw something at Jefferson. Now more came. I got hit by it as well. Jefferson going into the stands. Wow. He's just been pulled down. More ice is being thrown. Jefferson is now being escorted off the field, but he was hit several times, guys, by ice and other debris that was being thrown. It wasn't from the folks in the first or second row. It came from higher up, but nonetheless, it looked as though he was walking away. He was hit in the head by some ice, and that's when he decided to turn around and go back up.
That is a wild scene. Story time, Tony Gonzalez.
That's funny. That is funny. Jefferson, what are you doing, dude? Don't engage with them. I remember my rookie year, 1997, got drafted, obviously, by the Chiefs, going against the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, good Lord.
Oakland Raiders, everybody knows they're notorious, and you Oakland Raider fans out there know I'm talking to you. Now, so I go that there's a thing called the black hole.
Yeah.
And so we got pinned deep. So our huddle's now in the end zone next to this black hole where I don't even think there's seats over there. They're just standing up there and they're going a bunch of maniacs. And all of a sudden I hear this like ding, ding. And I look down as my head's ringing and there's batteries. They're throwing batteries at us from the stands. Then I hear some more dinks throwing quarters. Then beer cans, empty beer cans, all right there in the black hole. It was back in '97. This is just crazy.
So what was your
stuff.
reaction to it?
Reaction is what? What are you going to do? First of all, we're about to play. Let's get out of here. Let's just make some plays so we can get off the field. But also, too, how about this? Before you even start the game, you're coming in on the bus, on the team bus, and there's eggs getting thrown and beer cans, spraying us with water, all that stuff. As we're driving by, and I look over there, and there's this little old lady in a wheelchair. She can't even lift her head up, and her head's like this. And all of a sudden, I'm like, look at that old lady over there. And all of a sudden, the middle finger comes up.
Wow.
Boom. Flips us the bird. She can't even see us. And the guys are like clapping. Her family's clapping for her as she flips us off. She must have been around 85 years old.
Did you ever fear in the stadium? Like when you see these European soccer matches, I'm like, are fans going to pour onto the field? Did you ever worry about that?
Yeah, you worry about it a little bit. I mean, San Francisco, we're playing against the 49ers one time. And I'm walking out there just for warm-ups. This is before the game even starts. We're not even close to the game start. I'm out there just warming up by myself. I don't even have my pads on. And there's this guy. He met me as soon as I come out of the locker room. And he's looking at me. And he's got the vein poking out. He is angry. He is yelling at me. I mean, cuss words, telling me how much I suck. And I'm the worst player ever. I'm overrated. And as I'm walking, he's walking. I remember there's not even that many people in the stands yet. He's walking with me in the stands as I'm walking over. And I'm looking at him. At first, I was like laughing about it, whatever. And he's like, but he's seriously hated me.
He's deranged.
Deranged, like hated me. And I like enough where I'm like, hey, keep an eye on that guy. Like, what is wrong with him? And it gets in your head, too. You know, when he's telling you how much you suck and this and all that stuff, when you're standing on the sidelines, I remember also, too, with fans, there are times that I wouldn't even go to the bench because I don't want to hear what these fans are saying. That is one thing that most people don't know is what goes on from fans, from the sideline, when you're a visiting team, you hear everything. And so especially if you drop a ball or you miss a block or do something where everybody sees it, you know you're going to hear it on the sideline, especially if you're in a place that's like a division rivalry, Broncos, Chargers,
That's probably why
Raiders.
fans do it.
That's why they do it, and it works. I don't care what anybody says. We hear you, and they say that too. You try to ignore them. They're like, "We know you hear me, Tony. I know you hear me. You suck. Nice drop, stuff like that." And so you just have to remove yourself and stay focused on the game.
Wow,
it's crazy. I mean, fanaticals, and that right there, that has no place. But if I'm Jefferson, first of all, he took his helmet off. I don't know.
That was a mistake.
Keep the helmet on, buddy. But after this happens, obviously he and I feel for him. This is how you feel. You feel like you want to do something, and then you're leaving, and you get pegged again. You got to just keep going. You got to just take off and understand those are fans, classless fans is what I would call them. because you don't have to throw something at somebody.
Look at that.
But you can yell and scream all you want. But that's ridiculous, and I feel bad for Jefferson at that point because he's in a position now where he's frustrated. They're losing.
Are there any classy fans? Were there a place where you're like good fans?
Yes.
Where?
Best fans in the
Let me
league.
guess. Let me guess. Time out.
Please guess.
All right, Christine, let's guess. Best fans in the league. Hold on. Okay, San Diego.
No.
Oh.
I'm talking, and these fans are classy. Like,
Time out. Go out classy. Okay, sweet.
Denver?
No, I'm not saying not dressed nice, just very respectful and nice.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Oh, that makes
Boom.
sense. They're Midwestern people.
They're
Yeah.
so nice. Like,
That's,
they're like,
yeah.
hey,
They're from the
Tony,
West.
big fan. Good luck today.
Really?
See it like I remember Dick Vermeil coming there. Good luck, coach. Love you. Like stuff like that.
Good luck, Tony.
Yeah, good luck, Tony.
Have 13 catches against our lousy secondary, Tony.
Well, it's title town. You know, they can
All
do
right, so Carson Wentz gets hurt. You're not a seller on the Eagles. You're one of the rare voices here. You think they can play?
that. I think they can play. Because our colleague, Michael Vick, played with Nick Foles. Nick Foles is coming in. And you saw what he did yesterday. He came in. I thought he did pretty nice.
Yeah,
I didn't
no, he
think
had a huge play late.
a huge play late. And I don't think he did bad. But I remember Michael Vick was telling us about when he got hurt when he was playing for Philly and Nick came in, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
With
on
Chip
the
Kelly,
year that year.
yeah.
With Chip Kelly. Don't tell me that they're out of this. And obviously, it's devastating for a guy like Wentz, not just for him and the Philadelphia Eagles, just for us as fans. I mean, he was in the midst of a MVP caliber season. But I'm not ready to sell them yet. They have a talented roster.
Yeah.
And all Nick Foles has to do is play within himself. Don't turn the ball over. They got a great defense. You got good running backs. You got good receivers. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
do.
And finally, when you watched Big Ben last night, you didn't have the gift until Matt Ryan of a great quarterback. I watched him last night. He threw for 5 football fields. He's 40-14 in December, 55-17 in division. I think he's like 40 and what was the number for standalone games, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. He's actually better statistically in those games than the game at 1 o'clock nobody watches. 40-16 in standalone games. Brady and Manning and Favre have taken all the air out of the room. We'd never, in our life, Tony, there was never a 6'6.5", 260-pound quarterback before him.
Yeah.
There was never one of him.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a rare. There weren't many guys who could play in the NBA who were tight end like you. When you watch Big Ben, do you know him at all? What do you make of him? Has he been overshadowed a little?
I think so. I do think, and I don't know why we overshadow this guy because, and don't get me wrong. You ask anybody out there, like Ben Roethlisberger, he's up there. I mean, he's an elite player. He's a Hall of Fame football player, first ballot Hall of Fame. I don't think anybody would argue with that, but you're right. I mean, as far as does he get mentioned with Montana, with Brady, with Peyton? Should he be mentioned?
Yeah, I think he should be.
And why? Okay, why? Why would we say that he's not supposed to be mentioned?
To
with those
me,
guys?
he's this generation's John Elway. Mm-hmm. This is what John Elway did. That when John got a running back, he was unbelievable. But he's bigger, stronger than Elway. He's a bigger, stronger John Elway. But I don't know. John Elway went to Stanford. He had a big college career. His family were football coaches. We knew, and then he came in with Marino. So we knew Elway very. Big Ben goes to Miami of Ohio, had some problems off the field, got kind of a bad rep a little. Tomlin steals the thunder, Brady. I just don't think we quite realize what we've been watching for 15 years.
Yeah, and he's such a tough guy too, playing through all the injuries. He loves drama too.
Yeah, he does.
Loves drama. Yeah, that's the word out of the locker room and the coaching staff that I know. They're like, he'll definitely
play it up.
He'll play it up. He wants the Hulk Hogan, like, as they're down, the crowd gives some energy to come back out. But I think right now, I don't think they're going to beat the New England Patriots, but he's playing out of his mind, and he deserves all the credit in the world. He is an upper echelon top quarterback.
Eric, remember Eric Allen played in the NFL?
Yeah.
Eric said the only quarterback he ever faced that he could do a ball fake with one arm. Eric said, well, the first time I faced him, he did a ball fake, and he didn't go back to his other arm. And he's like, I totally bid on it. And I'm like, I've never seen that in high school, college, or pro. He was such a unique guy. The ball fake, usually guys will fake it, come back. He said he was a cantaloupe to him. He's just a different dude. All right, good seeing you, bud. Tony Gonzalez joining us today for a guaranteed great night's sleep. Casper.com, code HERD. Terms and conditions apply. Minimum purchase required.